Good morning, or not morning, afternoon, evening. We're getting a late start. Hello, Jolene. Hey, Mary Beth. Oh, praise Jesus. We have a whole new setup for you guys tonight. So please give us grace as we work around ourselves. Ooh, baby, I should have you sew your shirt, huh? In a little bit. Unless it'd be easier to shorten, you know. Okay. Watch out, don't hit your head on the camera. You got the camera mounted to the ceiling. Oh, the light is kind of bouncing off. David is wearing his Universal Beauties t-shirt. It came out pretty good. I need to work on those edges a little bit and figure out how to make the colors deeper, but I'm experimenting. That's Stellar. I should have put her name on there, huh? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, you guys. Give us a few minutes. We have to do a sound check and get my mic on. I think I'm turned on, but is the board on? Oh, okay. You can hear me? Yay! You're coming, Beth. Yay! I'm so happy. Oh, it'll be good this year. So, since Beth brought up the retreat, I'll talk about it while David double checks everything. The Roycycled retreat is open. You guys, there are only 30 seats. We have to move to a smaller venue. But after I came to terms with that, I'm actually thinking it's kind of cool because it'll be a much more what's the word, intimate experience because there's only 30 seats. That's it. And I believe we've sold 16 seats already. So if you guys are interested in coming to the retreat, oh Lord, I don't know. Can you use yours to go to Facebook and use mine to go to? I have to do a whole process, baby, to get on because they don't ask for my password very often. So, but you should be able to go to my YouTube. Yeah, there we go. What was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. Good evening and welcome. Oh, the Roycycled retreat. So, if you guys are interested in coming to the retreat, I'll show you guys the QR code really quickly. Maybe. Do I have a QR code for the retreat? I do not. I'm just fired all around. If you go to roycycledacademy.com or you can go to roycycle.com and click learn, and it'll take you to roycycledacademy.com. And you guys will find the link there for the retreat because I'm tired. Oh, you know what? Let me choose the right mic because I think I'm on the. Okay, there you go. Does that sound better, you guys? Yeah, girl, the retreat. You guys, I am on the struggle bus with my memory right now. It is so ridiculous. Like I do not have time for this. I do not have time to be forgetting stuff, right? I'm on the struggle bus right now. So I don't know what it is. It could be up because I'm trying to make it to, so I'm in this art program and I set a goal for myself to graduate by November of next year, which means I have to do my work, right? So like 2 a.m. doing my work and then I'm up. Anyways, y'all don't care. Sleep deprivation is probably what it is. But everyone is here to see the new designs, but let's say hi to everybody. Oh yeah, it's hot and well, it's hot here, Alyssa. And for us, this is humid. So it's 103 though. Ugh.
All right, let's see. On YouTube, we have Mary Beth Martin, Jolene DeBitt, Michelle Best, Lynn Fagliano, Madonna Rapp, Vintage Bandits Mercantile, and Karen Nance. Vintage Bandits Mercantile is coming in April. I think that's what you're referring to. Over on Facebook, we have Megan Schiffer Fuller. I almost said Schuller. Megan.
That's Megan.
Yeah, Megan, yeah. Kathleen O'Brien Hoovis, Karen Moyer, Rajani Doyle from sunny Arizona, Flea Brown from Santa Barbara, Deborah Campo, steamy Southeast Michigan, Mama Bear Blue, Karen Moyer, let's see, Alyssa Bricker Visithin, hazy, hot, humid, New York. Jenny Radel Long, Norma Rubio. Madonna is also here on uh, Facebook. And Rajani said people were shooting fireworks at 3 a.m.
Oh, I know, Johnny. Sorry, I was letting you borrow my mic, babe, so people could hear you. Okay. Yes, Rajani. And they were loud, but I was up, so it was fine.
Ken is here with me too.
Hey, Ken. And if you guys, oh my gosh, Beth, just, I'm serious. I'm frustrated with myself right now. If you guys are Roycycled retailers, because I've seen a couple pop on already, you guys can drop your links in the comments for the papers because I do not have my papers loaded yet. And I probably won't get them loaded until Tuesday. So for my customers, if you guys are looking for the new designs, be sure and touch base with your Roycycled retailer. If you do not have a Roycycled retailer, we do have some who are here with us tonight, and they'll be dropping the links to their websites so you guys can go and find them. So what? Oh, you know what? I meant to bring Breeze. Did I load her? You know what? What should I do first? I don't know. I'm just so excited. I don't know what to share first. Let's share.
All right, before you do
Okay.
that, can anybody order the shirt or not yet?
Not yet. I'm still working on the shirt. I'm difficult. I don't want like a box. You know what I mean? I want it to feel like, anyways. I'm working on doing something that I'm not supposed to be able to do. And then this one we did direct to garment printing, which gave us the option of doing the more organic edges, but it washed the color out a little bit. So I'm hoping to find somebody local that I can like sit down and work with. We can dial in the color. So as soon as we get that done, then yes, you'll be able to order shirts. But you know, it's never just simple, right? So we'll see.
Lee says, what shirt? All right, this is the last time.
You want me to hold that, baby? It's people. Watch out for the camera, baby. Don't hit your head.
Last time. So here's the shirt.
So,
I know the light from the light is kind of funky.
Yeah. So David has on the prototype, which I'm not happy with the color. It washed it out quite a bit. So we're working on the shirts though. So yes.
She got mad. She said it's way too long. And I said it's a man shirt.
I know.
Like, oh yeah.
It was almost like it was a very mini dress, but a mini dress on me. Anyways, so let's get to thank you, Mama Bear. Hey Melissa, how are you? Let's get to the reason why most of you are here. So we have the new launch of Roycycled Decoupage Papers, and I'm excited for two reasons. One, this will be the first time in a really long time that we've been able to work with an artist. And so we, I guess I'll do Breeze first. We were able to, I was able to work with an artist to license her work. And her name is Bree Bordeaux. And she is super talented. I have been looking for like work that has like the energy of graffiti. Oh my gosh, you guys didn't talk about of a graffiti artist, right? Like that energy, but in a way that would be really beautiful on paper. And so at the end of the night, I'm going to share Bree's QR code with you guys so you guys can go and check her out. But I'm super excited because Bree's work is beautiful, but it has like the energy of graffiti art. And I think that everyone's going to love it. But my furniture artists, who I probably neglected for a little bit, you guys are going to really, really love these designs. So I'm going to show the one that I think is going to be everyone's favorite from Bree, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. When I showed this to the retailers, one of my retailers said, and I quote, "This owl scratches an itch that she did not know she had." That's what she said. And so the first piece of artwork is, and this is one of Bree's, is Bree's Owl is what I'm calling it. Oh Lord, I didn't anticipate the wind. So I'm going to show you guys the actual paper, but I also have thumbnails loaded so I can, there's always something. So Bree's Owl is gorgeous. And I want to show you guys something because you look at it, right? And you're like, that's a really cool owl. I have thumbnails loaded. That's a really cool owl, right? But if you get really close, you can see the texture of the paint, and she uses a lot of collage. So when you get up really close, you can see all kinds of really yummy bits to her work. And I am just so in love with this. I cannot wait um, to be able to use this. And so I'll show you guys a thumbnail too of this one, so you can just like see it. And so this is Breeze Owl. And so this is the first of her designs that we're licensing. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love, love, love the energy of her work. Um, the second one that I'm going to show you guys from Bree is Breeze Cherub. And I just love the eyes on this cherub. Like, how sweet is this? And again, like her approach to her artwork, you can see the collage, you can see the thick paints. You know, you can tell she used a palette knife on the wings right there and on the hair. And you can still see the texture of the canvas in some areas. Just absolutely gorgeous. Um, I love, love, love this piece. And one of the girls was saying, she's like, I don't know, like if I love cherub. She goes, but I'll probably take like the face. And look at those eyes, just beautiful. And you can see that she uses spray paint in her work. And this is the actual like thumbnail, so you guys can see it, like get a good look at it. And this is Breeze Cherub. And if you guys are looking for a Roycycled retailer, because I do not have papers loaded on my site yet, I do have retailers who are here live with us, and they are dropping their links in the chat. So you guys can reach out to your retailer who you normally buy from. They should have inventory. Or if you don't have a Roycycled retailer yet, then we do have people here um, with us. And then this one is Breeze Project Blocks. And I thought, you know, if I do not have this owl accessible in a smaller one, my people are going to jack me up. So we have a half sheet. So this is a project block. Half of it is the owl, and half of it is the cherub. So if you're working on smaller projects, you can still use um, these, right? And I will show you guys a thumbnail of the project block so you can see. So it's a whole sheet of paper, but you get the two pieces of art in the one piece of paper. And I am just so excited um, to be able to use these papers. I can't wait to see what you guys do with them. Okay. And then the last one from Bree is the horse, which when you first look at it, you're like, Royce, what horse? But there is a horse in there. And so her style is very, it's like an integral mixture of abstract and realism. And so her horse, like anatomically, is like really accurate, but it's super abstract because of all the stuff that's going on in the piece of artwork. And so, like for this one, you could absolutely use like half this sheet, right? And have the horse's face in there. And that could be a complete project. And you guys know how much we love scraps. So like imagine having this piece of scrap right here. Right? Fabulous. And this is the thumbnail of Bree's horse. So you can kind of see the whole thing without my lights. I want to turn that light down, but then I'll be in the dark. I was messing with it earlier. And so those are the designs from our kind of um, our guest artist. I was gonna say visiting artist. Our guest artist. If anybody has any questions or anything, I can try to fill them. But this is Bree's QR code to her Instagram. You guys, please go and check her out. She's so talented, and she's like sweet too. So go and check her out. She's just getting back from Greece. She's a bit of a globetrotter. I'm so jealous. Um, So I don't know how much she has in there lately because she teaches too. So that is Brie Bordeaux's design so far. And I just wanted to look through the comments and see. Yes, I do too, Mama Bear.
Did your members get to see these designs before today?
Yeah. The Roycycled besties, they get all the insider information. So yes, they already got to see them before the today.
So if they have a retailer, they might have been able to put a pre-order in.
I don't know. And if you're a Roycycled insider, then you got an email this morning with a sneak peek of the designs as well. So if you're a Roycycled retailer and you had somebody hitting you up earlier today, that's my fault. Because I do send out a sneak peek email to my insiders. That's one of the benefits of being a Roycycled insider.
Well, I mean that's why there's value in being a bestie
Yes.
because if you can place a pre-order,
Oh, I don't know.
because that's up to the retailer, right? They
Well,
just can't. They can't until whatever day you set.
I'm gonna have to work that out, babe.
Okay.
That's a good idea, though.
Well, I mean, it's a you want to reward people that want to put the effort.
No, I understand. I just hadn't thought about it, so I have to think about it.
Okay.
So the next set of designs are we'll do my artwork. So this will be the first time I've released my artwork, so y'all be nice. And I only have two designs, although I wish I would have done these smaller, but it's okay. So this one is called Oh Dear. And so you have two deer on here. You have this cute little guy who's sleeping. Um, and then you have this little cutie patootie who's just like looking at you. And so I named this one Oh Dear because I don't know, there's two deer on here. And I tried to create like the green, like jadeite green. So it's green and red, but it's not like traditional like Christmas green and red. It's like a jadeite red. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different. But these are super cute. I painted both of these. And so this will be my first time offering my paintings as recycled design. And these were both painted on um, vintage, como se dice? What are those things I paint on, babe? The books with the columns and the numbers in it?
Ledger.
Yeah. These are both painted on vintage ledgers. So when you look closely, you can see the ledger in the background. And so a lot of times when you get Roycycled Decoupage paper, you see it online, but you really can't see everything online. And it won't be until you get it that you'll see like all the little um, things on there. And so I left a portion of it like pretty transparent so that you could see the ledger on the bottom. And I will show you because I'm over here fighting with my cooler. And I would turn it off, but it's 103 degrees, so that's just not going to happen. So this is Oh Dear. And I have a window over there that I'm going to use one of these on, I know, to do a reverse decoupage with like some stuff on the front. So I have plans. And then the second piece of art by Royce Hunt Art is Stellar. So this is the shirt that David is wearing. Sort of. This is the painting. So I did a study first, and then I did a huge painting. It's absolutely ridiculously big. And so this is her. Um, and I named it Stellar because her afro kind of looks like space, right? But green and pink are like a classic combination. This one will be really fun for my furniture artists. And you guys know that I've been wanting to have more representation in our niche because there isn't any. And so that's kind of why I started going to school to learn how to paint, is because I wanted to be able to offer people who look like me, right, an opportunity to see themselves represented in my decoupage paper. So this is one design, and her name is Stellar. She's one of my universal beauties. This is her sideways. I don't know why I loaded it sideways, but lots of really pretty colors. And I don't know. So that is stellar. So those are all the like papers that are painted by individuals, like painted art. And you guys know that I usually do my digital art, which is what we're going to share next, unless we had any questions, Faith.
No, no questions.
I think one of the deer need to be on a side tabletop. Ooh, I like that, Michelle. So let's start with the fall. We'll start with the fall. For the fall, I know you guys love the master boards. I am having fun with these master boards because I am approaching them a little bit different than I have in the past. In the past, I've like tried to like stuff them chock full as much as possible. But then I watch you guys make with them and I see you guys struggle with like how like I want to use this part, but I can't because it's too close to this part. And so I've been making them a little bit different. Hopefully, you guys are able to use them a little bit easier. So it's kind of like a hybrid between a master board and a project block. Oh, wait, let me go up higher. I keep looking at the computer, but the actual camera is up here. And so this one, and I have a lot of jewel tones in this one. So we have the traditional fall colors, but we also have the addition of the jewel tones. And of course, you guys, there's plenty of birds and butterfly and deer and all of my birds. Oh, look, even the squirrel has a crown. I was going to say all of my birds have crowns, but even even the owl. I mean, the squirrel has a crown. And so this one is a celebration of fall. Hey, Lynn, let me see. And let me get the, I was looking for the, and here's a thumbnail so you guys can see it when I'm not fighting with it. But you guys can see how now when you get the paper, the spaces in between are not blank. Like there's stuff there. There's topography. There's like different shapes. There's texture. So it's not just blank. But I do feel like this makes it easier for you guys to be able to use the master board because there is some breathing room around the different vignettes on the sheet. So this one's for the fall. And of course, I am like a dork about paint chips right now. So I know you guys are seeing like paint chips and everything, but it's my new obsession. And then I made a sheet to go as a complement to that one. And it is a plaid. And I really worked to make this plaid a really good scale for you guys so that you can use it on a larger piece and it looks really good, right? But you can absolutely still use this on a smaller project. I'm going to fold it so you guys can see. And it's still scaled really good, even on a small project. So I really tried to find that sweet spot for the scale of the plaid so that you could use it on different projects. And this one, the colors go beautifully with the fall celebration, but of course you can absolutely use it on its own too, right? And so those are the two fall designs. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Given the nature of things right now, I wanted to create designs that you guys could absolutely use for your holiday projects, but that weren't so definitively Christmas or fall that you could also easily use them like after the season or later in the year. So whatever you buy is going to have more legs, so to speak, than if it was like super specifically Christmas or fall. And so I did intentionally make them, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to use generic because that's not the right word. Yeah, I wanted to be flexible in the design so that you guys could use them longer. And then this one is, I am insanely obsessed with the idea of making these little scrappy pieces. And so this is the Scrappy Christmas. And these are so fun to make. I think I have way too much fun making these. And if you guys look at like just one little scrappy bit, you can see how many elements are, this light is either too bright or not light enough.
Lynn is here from Elementary Good.
Yeah, I said hi, Lynn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You were playing your game.
I will.
He doesn't even deny it anymore. And like this one is more of like a really scrappy bit. There's like a scrap of paper with a label. And so is this Christmas? Yes, it is absolutely. It's red and green. It feels like Christmas. You know, there's holly on there. But is this only Christmas? No, like you could use this all year round. And so I'll show you guys the thumbnail to Scrappy Christmas. And I'm not looking at the comments, babe. So if anything comes up,
No, they haven't. It's a lot of high back and forth stuff.
okay.
Let's see. Love anything mystical. Three vegetables has been cycle. Struggle to cut one run without losing something else.
Yes.
Let's see. Also said, I think your first original works for decoupage worked out great.
Oh, thank you.
So
And so this is our Scrappy Christmas. And again, I know it looks like they're blank spaces, but when you get your paper, you'll see that there's lace, there's script, there's music, there's stuff in there, but it's just pushed back a little bit so that the vignette is really the focus. And I think this makes it easier for you to be able to cut your master boards apart and to be able to use them. And this one was so fun. It had buttons and lace and labels and like tattered pieces of paper. I had way too much fun with the Scrappy Christmas. And I hope you guys have fun using it too. And it's a way for me to like, I don't know, do the master boards a little bit differently so I can stay excited about them. I hope that makes sense. So the next design is Guardian Angel. And this one, again, it is so Christmas, but it's not just Christmas. So you have a master board of these angels, and the background is really warm, and there's visual texture, and you have so many angels on here. There's so many opportunities for different projects on here. Um, and you have men and women and babies. I think this is my favorite one. I kind of put these together so that it looked like they were going to put this crown on him. And when I'm laying these out too, I'm thinking about how you guys use them. So like you'll note like this one down here on the bottom, you can make it long and square, right? It doesn't just have to be just a square. Um, anyways, and they're different sizes. This one is larger. When I'm putting them together, I'm thinking about like, 4x7, 8x10, 5x6, and I'm kind of scaling them different sizes across the piece so that you guys have a lot of options. And let me, and this is a thumbnail of the Angel Masterboard. So you guys can see how large the sheets are. But the thumbnail does allow you to see everything at once so that you can get a better sense of the actual sheets. And then I wanted to show you guys this one little piece right here because it's so sweet. Look at the babies. Aren't they so cute? And like I can see this one inside of, I have one of Decoupage Queens. It's not Decoupage Queens molds. I have it out because I'm going to do one, and I'm probably going to put one of my angels in there and then put some crackle over the top, and I'll probably use a metallic on the frame, right? Fabulousness. Fabulousness. Anyways, so that is the Guardian Angel. I feel like my guardian angel is probably praying for a guardian angel. She's probably like, Lord, I need a partner because she's too much. And then I made a companion to the guardian angels. And so it's essentially the exact same thing, but the angels are not on here. So this is just a companion sheet. So if you're working on like a larger piece, having the companion pieces are nice, right? Because you can put your main piece. Like if I were doing a chair, I could put an angel on the chair sheet, and then on the back, I could put the companion on there. And this is also good on its own because you have these fabulous frames in here. I was thinking I would use this one and I could put like a really pretty transfer right there in the middle. And this is the companion by itself. And again, I know it looks like there's a lot of blank spaces, but when you get it, you'll see that there is like physical texture and warmth in the background so that you can use these. You can use this one all by itself. I think this one would go a long way for a lot of different projects. And you can layer on top of this. And I think it'd be beautiful, but you can also use it by itself. And again, if you're a Roycycled retailer and you're joining us tonight, please drop your links in the comments so customers can find where to buy paper. And then these last two, you guys, I made these selfishly for myself. I shouldn't say that. I made these for myself and I made these for my industrial peeps who get left out on some of the launches. And so I do have two designs for you guys. Although this design I'm about to show, is it industrial? Absolutely. But it could also be rustic, it can be country, it can be a lot of different things. I do feel like this is going to be a staple piece because it's going to have so many applications. And this one is called Brick and Mortar. And so on the top half, you have bricks. And then on the bottom half, you have this super yummy wood here. And again, I've done a couple of brick designs. And so I really do feel like this scale is perfect because it would look good on furniture. It would always look good on home decor, right? But even if you put it like on a smaller piece, it would still look good. And so I really did work on scale for this piece and just ensuring that we ended up with something that was flexible enough to be able to use on multiple kinds of projects. And I will show you guys a thumbnail of this design. Super excited about this. I have plans for this one. And you guys know how sometimes when you're picking, you find something that's really cool, the shape, but like it's just plywood, right? You can decoupage this right over the top, seal it, and add some like dark wax, and now it's absolutely gorgeous.
Uh, Karen Dietrich Atterbury, I need to make a top out of those angels and wear them. All right, another T-shirt idea.
Ooh,
Ellen J. Goods, I did some stretch canvas ornaments with gold edges a few years back with one of your collections. So easy and antique.
yes.
And Robin Runcie likes the scale.
And then the last design for the night is our, oh Lord, I forgot the name of this one. Let me look. Industrial map. And this one, you guys, this is the one that I'm going to be using for our project tonight. And I know I should use the Christmas or fall, but look, I am in love with this design. I love it so much. There are so many little yummy bits in here. The black is not like a black. It's like an almost black. And when you look in here, there are different tones. Like look at this right here, super yummy. It's kind of washed out a little bit, but there's like green and a little bit of blue in there. There's numbers, there's letters, there's rusty patina. This one is just, I love this one. I think this is my favorite one out of the launch. I saved my favorite for last. Um, and again, this one is scaled, right? For you to be able to use on a furniture piece, absolutely, or home decor, or absolutely a smaller projects because the um, the things that are on the design are scaled differently. The numbers are larger, and then the font is smaller than the numbers, but larger than the map. And then the map is a really small scale. So you really do have options for how you can use this paper. And I'm excited to see what you guys do with this. I can't say specific design.
Carla Moore asks, what size are papers?
The papers are 21 inch by 29. So they are a nice size paper. You get a lot of paper. So if you, and for those of you who have booth space, one of the benefits of using these papers is, let's say that you're flipping your booth for fall. Like just imagine you can make like out of all of this paper, if you use the companion and the paper, you could probably make like 10 projects, right? And when you sprinkle them in your booth or in your, you make a vignette, everything is going to automatically go together because it's already made to go together, right? Even if you only used this one, like all these colors are already made to go together. So you can use this sheet and you make a few projects and then you sprinkle them throughout your vignettes, and all of a sudden everything in your booth space looks like it's super cohesive. And so those,
Ben Cycle says last one is you.
I
She also
know.
likes the seasonal designs that can be used for more than Christmas.
Yeah. I
Jerry,
mean,
oh, go ahead.
we love, right? We love the Christmas designs, but I know that like from a retailer's perspective, you buy Christmas and you really only have until like October, and then whatever you have it until the next season, which is not always like optimum. And then even as a customer, you want your products to have legs past the season so that you can continue to create with them. So I was very intentional in creating designs that would absolutely serve the season, but that could live past the season too.
Your people are your people because Robin Talaski says the last one's my favorite. Chris Schmidt, my favorite paper. Lee Brown, it's my favorite too. Karen Atterbury, I was trying to figure out how to use this for my architect granddaughter. She'll love it. So there you go. Deborah Hawk says all the papers are fantastic.
I'm so mad you made Sonnet's flag and not for us. You know what? So the part like Sonnet's boxes serve like a different purpose, right? Than my papers do. Like when you get a box from Sonnet, it's themed, and the person who gets it is going to use it, right? Whereas the recycled decoupage papers really need to have a little bit more of a long leg than just even the Christmas. You guys will notice that a lot of myself and other brands will do the holidays. It's because they're big enough and people start early enough that it's a big enough season. But the 4th of July, like it's over, right? It's already over. And so I generally don't do like the 4th of July or Valentine's Day or those holidays just because they come and go so quickly and they don't really have like a season, if you will. So that's why I did not make one. And even sonnets, it's stars and stripes, right? Because there's a strip of stars and a strip of stripes. I thought I would see more people use that one. I was thinking stacked cheese boxes would be super cute, or like a leaning porch sign with like stars at the top and stripes on the bottom, like the stripes going this way and the stars going that way. I don't know, but I didn't really see a lot of projects with that paper. But yes, I did make some for Sonnet, but I didn't make any for Roycycled, and I only have so many spots because I don't want you guys to have like releases with like 50 papers, and so that I have to be thoughtful about that too. But
Doris Smith, and I'm making a timeout chair for my 2-year-old granddaughter with the angel paper.
Robin, you can reach out to your retailers now. So starting right now, the papers are available from the retailers. So reach out to your Roycycled retailers. We also have retailers here in the group who've dropped their links in the comments, so you can reach out to them. I will likely not get them loaded on my site for a couple of days. I honestly like to give my retailers an opportunity to sell first, and then I'll load some, later this week. Um, but what time is it? Oh, I have time. I did want to do a quick project. I haven't done furniture in a really long time. So we're going to do a small furniture project, and then I'll circle back and I'll show the designs again. Are there any more questions, baby?
You see them before I do. No, I do not
Okay.
see any more
Well, because I missed a lot of comments. So, and you guys are going to, you guys can see my messy shop right here. You guys really can't see because you can't see the floor, but you guys see it. You guys, it's a little bit. So you guys are getting just checked and no go for Robin. Robin, message me. We'll hook you up with somebody, okay? I cannot wait to see what you guys do with them. Let me switch cameras. Okay, you guys don't need to see the top of my head. So I have this chair here, and I thought we could decoupage it together. Can you guys see the chair okay, babe?
There you go. Yeah, you
Yeah.
see it.
Let me move a little bit. I picked the hardest chair in the shop to sit in for this hour and a
Switch and
half.
take this one.
I know, I think I am. I am. Every time I see these little chairs, you guys know the ones with the little step stool on them, I always buy them because I remember my grandmother's that she had in her kitchen when I was a little girl, and I would use it to help her cook in the kitchen. Oh, you know, I should get Ariana one because she bought that thing for Tiana, but this could be cute. I have a couple of them. I'll have to remake it. Okay, so I'm gonna go back through the papers at the end, but let's do this chair. So this is just for the sake of time. I already painted it white, you guys, because I knew we weren't gonna have a ton of time. But this is an oak chair, super cute. It's one of those little bistro chairs, I guess. Really nice oak, and I thought with just a little bit of love, it could be something special. And so I'm going to use my favorite paper. I know I should use a holiday design. I'm sorry. We are going to have Christmas in July. I believe it's on the 17th on YouTube. So you guys keep an eye out. There'll be more information coming out soon about that one. And so I just have to figure out what I want where. And I cannot believe I did not put a 7 on here. What the what? That is my favorite number. How did I not get a 7 on here? I'm fired.
So that's okay.
I know.
All right, I could not see my hand, but Chris Schmidt said she could.
Couldn't see your what?
Karen Moyer got sidelined in the beginning. More crazy storms hit good birds.
Oh.
One away from the back door.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Remember that happened at was that my apartment?
Yeah. Oh.
Before I moved here.
I was going to say.
Before I moved here.
Yes.
And then Jerry Peters said, "Is David on the floor? I see Jim waving behind you." I don't know who Jim is, but then again, our congressman called me Dan 3 times this weekend, so maybe I'm Jim now too.
No, David is sitting in his chair over here. I thought they'd be able to see you, but they can't.
No. I tried waving, but I'm really not.
Well, no, because it's this camera now.
No,
Oh, I can see your hand right here by my ear. Yeah.
I can see. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. So I think this part right here, there's like this little piece right here. Oh yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I know that. So I'm going to go ahead and I know. You guys have no idea. I've been waiting to use this paper. And I loved it when I made it, and then when I got it, I loved it more. So I'm going to trim it. I hate fighting with paper. So I always trim off the excess paper before I start. And it makes it easier when you're decoupaging and you have a lot of excess paper. It is going to cause problems because we're wetting the paper that we're adhering to a surface. And that dry paper around the sides is going to pull on your paper because it's dry and it's not stretching, and the paper you're working with is stretching. So I will generally trim down to like 1/4 of an inch so that I don't have to contend with that. And if I'm not fighting with paper, I'm less likely to get wrinkles because I have like control. Sorry, broke out with the Janet Jackson. Put number 5 there. So I think I'm just going to run my hands around my chair. Can you guys see me? I hope my head's not in the way.
No, you're okay.
Whoops, let me move it over just a wee bit. I cut that a little tighter than I normally would. I'm going to just trim it like this. My the ladies in my besties membership, they got to see this setup already because we painted the couch that I had at the retreat together in this part of the shop.
Jerry asks, how does the paper wear on the chair people are sitting on?
So you're going to seal this, right, with a really good sealer, Jerry, and then you won't have any problems. I've done a lot of chairs and stools, and I've not had any problems. You just have to make sure you use an appropriate sealer. And that's for like any, that's like for any decoupage project. Like if you're working on coasters, right? There's a spray enamel that you can buy that's made for engines that works really well with your coasters because it's made to handle heat. And then if you get a marine grade sealer, then you want to use that if you're working on something that's going to be around a lot of moisture. For this one with a lot of wear and tear, you want to use a really quality top coat. I've actually, there's a paint that I've been using. I used it for my retreat, and the paint is made for muralists, and they have a clear coat that I'm experimenting with. I'm not ready to suggest it yet because I like to work with things myself and see how they work before I share them with you guys. So it's supposed to be like marine grade. It's supposed to have UV protection, like all the things. So I am testing it, and then if it passed the test, I will bring it to you guys and share. So I have my paper trimmed, and I'm going to show you guys how quick it is to update a piece. It doesn't have to be super complicated. I'm going to mist my paper, and I probably should have just missed the section I'm going to work with, but, and I need to mist this side. So you guys see how I misted it, and the back is still kind of like white. It's not really a lot. The water will get there eventually, but because I have a lot of ink on the front, I'm going to be better served to mist the back of my paper rather than the front, just because the water is going to soak into the paper faster. But I'm only going to mist half because that's the half I'm going to work with. And I'm going to be using Pint Art's decoupage varnish and glue for this project. I hope I have enough. I think I do.
So what do you recommend for this chair?
For this chair, honestly, I will probably decoupage this chair, and I'm going to use that new product I was just telling you about. This is going to be my test to see if I like it.
Jerry asks. So
yeah, no, I know. I'm going to give her an answer. But honestly, I would probably use like Rust-Oleums. Like if I do a project like this, I'll do like after I'm get done decoupaging and sealing and everything, I'll go over it with some of that clear Rust-Oleum spray paint. You know what I'm talking about? If I was going to, because like to me, this is going to be like a plant stand or something. Because people were little back in the day. And not just like not heavy, but like short. And I do good to find furniture made for me now at 6 feet tall. And so certainly antique furniture can be a challenge. So this chair is too small for anybody at my house, but it'll make a super cute plant stand though.
it'll work for the kids.
That's true. It'll work for the kids, for the little people.
Now, is there a sealer that'll protect against our grandson's flatulence? Sweet mother of pearl, that kid can peel paint. And he laughs.
I know, because
So
he's
does
a boy. Yeah, I'll say both of you are boys. Now I got a bubble under there. Something to lift that because I'm being a little wonky. My angle is a little wonky, so I'm going to decoupage this half. And I had somebody message me, I forget who it was, because they're going to be working on a project. And when I'm approaching a larger projects, this is kind of how I approach it. I piecemeal it out so that I can maintain control, right? If I try to do this whole piece of paper at once, I'm more likely to lose control, and that's when you get wrinkles. So I have that half down. Now I'm going to mist the other side. I'm trying to keep my big head out of the way. So I'm a little, well, I know, but it's making it hard for me to decoupage though, because I can't get in front of it the way I want. I'm going to mist my paper. And whenever I mist my paper, you guys, I let it like chill out for a few minutes. I don't rush it. And now I'm going to be left-handed so I can keep my head out of you guys this way. And I'm making sure that I lay down an even coat all the way across my surface. A lot of times, if you're getting bubbles with your decoupage, it is because there's an area where you may have not put down enough decoupage medium, or you may have missed it altogether. And you think that you have the whole area covered, but the best way to check it out is to look from the side to see if you've missed anything, because you'd be amazed at how, even if you're like really methodical, you can miss a whole section and then you'll end up with a bubble later.
Lee asked, what did you use to seal the chair on our porch? I think she means on hers. Did she buy a chair?
Give us more information, Flea. I don't want to lie to you.
Or maybe Flea is thinking about moving in. Okay. I like Flea. I assume I like Ken. If he likes Flea, I assume he's okay. Is it wrong that I think of people that way?
I don't think
I
so.
look at who they associate with, and that tells me about them.
Well, scripture says iron sharpens iron. So who you hang out with does, I think it matters.
Well, I'm going to tell the story as nicely as I can. There's a lady I have respect for here in our community. I think she's exceptional at her job. And the people that I talk with that work with her speak very, very highly of her. But she's married to the biggest jerk I know.
Oh.
And I cannot figure that out.
I don't know. Maybe he's the yin to her yang.
I don't know.
I just love this piece right here with the rust and then that little piece right there. So I'm going to try.
Please says you recently showed a chair you left it on your porch.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Son wondering when you still live there.
Oh, yeah, that one. I just use a regular water, a water grade sealer on that one. I want to say I use Wise Owl's varnish. I may use the Wise Owl 1 hour enamel on that one, the clear 1 hour enamel. But yeah. Now it's on the covered porch, but yeah, I left it in the driveway on accident. I don't even know how I did that. And I was all worried because it was like dirty from monsoon, but then it was fine. So I'm going to trim this again. I'm just running my fingernail along that inner part. I don't know why I feel like I'm in a race. I'm all racing. Do I feel like I'm in a rush, you guys?
You're at 5 to 6. For Johnny says UTOH.
UTOH.
I'm not sure what that is. UTO.
You don't say. So I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of my decoupage medium. And you guys, I want to say something that I don't think is said out loud very often. But there are times when you guys are watching us create online that we're making choices based on what's best for you to be able to see, not what's best for us for performance. And so if I were working on this chair on my own and I wasn't worried about you guys being able to see it, I would lay this down. Like I wouldn't be trying to decoupage this with it standing up because that's just making work for myself. So I'm doing it now because I'm taking one for the team. But if I were here by myself working on this chair, I would absolutely lay this down and decoupage it. And I do want to point out that I did use a white stain blocking primer on this chair because I see a little bit of bleed through right there. So I didn't use regular white paint. This chair, the finish is pretty much dried and it's come off. So it's, it's open and it's wood. So I'm almost guaranteed to have tannins bleed through. And so I did prime my chair first. And I know there's a lot of discussion about whether or not you need to prep, when you're using chalk paint. And for those of you who've been with me for a while, you've already heard this, so I apologize. But priming doesn't just address adhesion. It also addresses bleed through, right? So you want to have stain blocking primer so that nothing bleeds through. We're working with old furniture. It could be smoke. It could be a candle that somebody had burning on something, like on top of a dresser. It could just be a stain that you didn't see that could bleed through. And then wood has natural tannins or oils that can be pulled through, especially when you're using water-based products. So When you're using primer, it's not just to guarantee adhesion, it's also to help block any bleed through. And I did paint this like 3 hours before we came on today to make sure that I took advantage of that stain blocking. If I were working on this piece for somebody else or like to put in my shop or something, I would have primed it yesterday and waited until today to see how much bleed through came through. Because if I had a lot of bleed through, I would need to put on a second layer of a stain blocking primer. But if there's just a little bit, then I know it's going to be fine.
Jerry Peter asks, will you paint the wood a different color?
You know what, Jerry? I love this wood and I'm not going to paint it. I think what I'm going to do though is do a little scuff sand. Oh man, I cut that a little bit too high. And I'm going to do some, I can't decide if I'm going to do black wax or if I just want to do warm wax. But I'm not going to do too much to the wood. I do love the wood grain. I just wanted to give it a little bit of a facelift. But you could, I mean, you could paint it black, right? That would be fabulous. Or like almost black, because this paper isn't really like a jet black. You guys see how I cut those? It's so that when it dries, those do not pull and pull this paper up. So I just put these little notches right here, and that gets rid of that tension so that that doesn't happen. And it does, it's not a big deal, right? I can just go around the edges and re-adhere it, but I'd rather not. So no, this is a super quick project. Like I'm literally just going to, I didn't make sure my dryer was over here. Can I reach it? Flea, you'll be happy to know my dryer is hanging on a hook under my table.
A couple folks coming in late, Donna Simpson, Marty Kennedy.
Hey, ladies. You guys should see my setup here. It's mayhem. So let's dry this. But you see how quickly, you know, it just changes the chair, right? So quickly. And this is my personal aesthetic, right? Is kind of this style. But if you have this exact same chair, you could paint it white and decoupage something pretty over the top. Maybe you would choose something different, or something rustic. So that's the beauty of our being able to create our own things, is because we can create exactly what we like, in a style that we like. She's what? Oh, because of my hook. It only took me a year. Ah, man. You guys see what I did? I scraped that. So, and it's still wet is why that scrapes so easily. And so I'm just going to lay it right back down. And when I do projects like this, like kind of this industrial style, after I get done with this and I have it sealed, I'm probably going to go over it with some wax anyways. So, dang it. I was trying to do two things at one time. And that only happened that easily because the paper's still wet. Once the paper dries and it sets in place, you really don't have to worry about it. But you see how this paper is curling up right here? As that paper is drying, it's contracting. And so that's what's happening. And so I was attempting to put some slits along here so it doesn't pull my edges up. And I dragged my dryer right across my paper. Dag nabbit. But a few little snips and it'll relieve that tension so it doesn't pull your paper up like that. And I think I'm gonna have to let this dry just because it's easier with the smaller pieces to get them dry really quickly, but with the larger ones like this, it's not as easy. But that's pretty much all I'm gonna do with this chair. I'm gonna trim this paper and I'm gonna go over it with that sealer that I'm testing. And I'm gonna sit this outside and I will report back. Because if it can survive an Arizona summer, it can survive anything.
Show your paper again?
Yes, I'm going to show the paper again. Unless anybody had questions about the chair.
Let's see. Vicks Picks and Flips, my huge crock of rolling pins would be nice on that chair.
Ooh, see? Oh no, and you guys do. So Sonnet's group, they do this thing where they all dress a chair like for a holiday, and it's so fun. It looks fun. You know,
Yeah.
you're basically making a vignette on a chair. So like this one would be really perfect for like an industrial vignette.
Kathleen Hoover says, is it possible to see it close up?
Um,
You'll have to lift it.
oh yeah, good job, baby. Because I was like, I don't know. Let me switch cameras again. So you guys can see there's the seat, and then there's the back. Oh Lord. And I still have to trim that, right? Trim out the excess paper. But like how fabulous is that gonna be? And I just love, and you guys, this, so we talked about papers that are really flexible. Like to me, this can absolutely read as fall, right? Because of the richness of that orange on there, even though it's not specifically fall. So that's the chair. And like I said, it's just an oak chair. And the finish is really, you guys know how it gets like dry and brittly. So I'm just going to sand this down a little bit more. And I think I'm going to wax it. I just think that the waxness will bring back some richness to the color. Um, and it'll be beautiful. But I'm going to put it outside though, huh? So I'm going to have to seal it first and then wax it. Defeats the purpose. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And you guys let me know how you like this setup too. If this works for you, like for furniture. Because I'm thinking like once a quarter, we can do a piece of furniture. What do you guys think? Oh, praise Jesus. It's hot. And I'm not going to be able to show that paper because I used it and I didn't grab an extra one. So now I can't set it on the chair. So we'll work back through. You guys want to see the papers again before I go? Oh, good, Rajani. I know you could make some cute chairs to go in your garden. You know what? Your stools came out so cute. I love those stools. Like if I was near you, I would come in and get them because they came out fabulous. Sherry made these stools and she put the mechanical. It was a mechanical, right, Sherry, that you put on there? So I'm going to go through the papers one more time before we go. And then if you guys have any questions, please let me know. So the first set of papers I'm going to show is from the artist Brie Bordeaux. I'm super excited to be able to work with an artist again. My goal is to have a new artist every quarter. So we'll see how that goes. But this is Brie Bordeaux, and this is her work, is what we're going to be looking at the first. And let's see, the first one I have here in my hand is Brie's Cherub. And I wish, I mean, I can try and show you guys like all of the beautiful, yummy texture in this paper, but I feel like you're just not going to see it until you get it. She did a lot of palette knife work in here. There's collage. You can see the texture from the canvas. It is just so yummy in so many ways, aside from the fact that it's just a beautiful like piece of art, right? And so that's Breeze Cherub, and I'm going to show you a thumbnail, maybe. Oh, there it is. And this is a thumbnail so that you can kind of see what it looks like when it's not blowing all around. This chair is so cute. I hate that I ripped it right there. It's so sad, but it'll be okay. Okay. And then the next one is, well, let me know. I won't show you that one first because then that'll ruin the other one. I'm missing one. Oh. Okay. So the next one is, and I think this one is going to be a favorite based on what I've heard so far. And this is Breeze Owl. And isn't it fabulous, you guys? There is so much that's going on with this piece. Aside from the fact that it looks beautiful from afar, when you look it up close, you can see the collage, you can see the texture of the paints. Even here, there's some crackling right here in the paint. It is so pretty. I cannot wait to do something with this one. And this is Breeze Owl.
And again, retailers, put your links in the chat.
Yes, if you're a retailer, a Roycycled retailer, and you're here, please put your link in the chat so that customers can find you.
Papers are available starting now.
Yes. This one is Breeze Masterboard, and it is it's one sheet, and it has a cherub on one side, and then it has the owl on the other side. So you get a smaller version of the owl and the cherub with the project block. And then I will show you guys.
Donna Simpson, you're Australia, right? Is Donna from Australia? You'll let me know. I have a question for somebody from Australia.
David has questions. And then the next one is Breeze Horse, which honestly, I know that when people first look at this, they're like, what horse? But there is a horse on here. So this is Breeze Horse. It is so pretty. Her work is abstract realism. And so when you look at her subjects, like they're really accurate, but they're just beautifully wrapped, or they're just kind of coming out of all of the abstract work in the background. And so this is a thumbnail for Breeze Horse. And if you guys weren't here earlier, I was talking about how for years I wanted to work with an artist who had kind of a graffiti sensibility. And I feel like Bree's work is such a beautiful representation of what I saw. Like her work is beautiful, but it also has that energy of graffiti. I love it. I like it a lot.
Lee wants to use Breeze Owl with your owl on the same piece of furniture.
Ooh.
Lynn says that angel would be adorable on a kid's chair.
Oh, that would be cute, right?
Yep. Chris says when Flea does it, you have to share photos. Yes.
Please share.
Donna, my question has nothing to do with the papers. I just learned that the TV show Ghosts has an Australian version.
Oh, does it?
And we can't get it in the US right now. We can get the UK version and we can get the American version.
So we can't get the Australian.
Yeah, I'm just curious, was it any good? We struggled with the UK version, but we love the American.
Yes. So this one is called Oh Dear. And this is actually these are two pieces of my own artwork. And these pieces were painted on old ledgers. So when you look up close, you can see typography. I think this one I actually used the Typography Love decoupage paper on. This one on the background. And this one I did on an old ledger, I believe. And so when you look up close, you can see things that you can't see from here. But this one is called Oh Dear. And I really wanted to replicate the tone of jadeite when I was mixing my paint for this. And I got a little bit close. I probably could have glazed it to make it a little bit deeper, but I don't know. I like that it looks kind of like a cloud too. So that's Oh Dear. And then the second piece of my own artwork that was released in this one is Stellar. She's one of my Universal Beauties. And so this one is one sheet. And those of you who've been with me for a while, you know that I've been wanting to see more representation in our niche of and for people who look like me because there just isn't a lot. So I started taking art classes so I could make it myself. So this is my first time being able to offer one of my pieces. And this is the thumbnail for Stellar.
Dick's Picks and Flips says, I don't do furniture. What small could I do with the owl?
So I'm going to show you something, Vicki. Hold on one second because there is so much with the owl that you could do all kinds of smalls. Let me find the right one. I always have to make sure I'm picking up the owl and not the project blocks. I have to like double look. So the owl, Vicky, honestly, you could probably make like a project, like an owl project, right? Using just the owl like that. But then the rest of it, there is so much. Look at that. Like for background papers, for other things, there is so much there for you to build on that you could absolutely use the rest of that. And then you have the smaller owl too on the project blocks that you could use on something smaller, like more of a home decor project.
Donna, David, I'm sorry I don't watch television anymore. Not a normal Australian at all. Um, it's funny. I used to love UK comedies,
Mm-hmm.
and then right around turn of the century,
The turn of the
they
century.
started going with Uncomfortable.
All of the comedians started doing that. I don't know
And
what's
that
up
was
with
blood
that.
through into America. And I don't care for that style. But the last couple of Australian shows we watched, they didn't do that. It was just comedy.
Yeah.
And it was, so that's why I was curious if how the Australian Ghost is.
The main Australian show I watch is Bluey. It's a cartoon.
Yeah, we watched a lot of Bluey.
So this one is a plaid for the fall. And again, this one, I really worked on the scale of this plaid. Can you use it as a big sheet for something large? Absolutely. Um, can you use it for like a piece of home decor? It still looks good in this size, right? And then can you use it for a smaller project? Absolutely. And so I really tried to make a scale that would work in multiple ways. And then the paper that the plaid is made for. Oh, wait, let me show you guys a thumbnail. And then the paper that goes with the plaid is actually the fall celebration, which is a master board. And you guys, we have traditional fall colors in here, but we also have like green and some jewel tones, something just a little bit different. And we talked about the new project blocks, how there's still a lot in here. The places that look like they're blank aren't. They're just really subtle things there. But having the breathing space in between the vignettes hopefully makes it easier for you guys to be able to create with these papers. And not all of them, a lot of my little critters on here have crowns. So there's still the little details that you guys love to see on these. And this one's called Fall Celebration. And then I talked a little bit on the other paper about how I think about these because I don't want you to only have to make something square or round. And so this one, you can really make something that's long, right? And it would look good. So whenever I'm putting these together, I'm trying to be really thoughtful about that. And also about sizes, 8 by 10, 5 by 7, 4 by 6. Huh?
Bree is here.
Oh, hi, Bree. Is Bree here? I should. You know what? You want to come on, Bree? I can bring you on if you want. Or if not, we'll schedule a call another time. But I already showed your designs. Everybody loves them.
She says, tag her if you create something. We'd love to see what people create.
Absolutely.
On Instagram or Facebook. Lee says, how many cords can you get out of an owl paper? 1, a 2, 3. I know what she's doing.
A 1, a 2, a 3. See, I knew. That was like such a, yeah. I see what you did there. And then let's see, we have another Christmas this one, and this one is the Sketchy Christmas. No, 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 not sketchy. The Scrappy Christmas. And this is another master board. It's a scrappy master board though. And again, you guys have breathing room between the vignettes, but the breathing room isn't blank though. There's like scripts, music sheets. There's different things that you can't always see when you look digitally, but these are stacked with all kinds of goodies. And again, when I'm looking at the sizes, right, I'm thinking like, 8 by 10. I'm trying to think 5 by 7, 4 by 6, so that it makes sense for what you guys are actually creating, so that you guys can make multiple projects. And then here is the thumbnail for the Scrappy Christmas. Bree, I showed yours first. I was so excited I couldn't help myself. And for those of you, I think I showed Bree's picture, didn't I? For those of you who are late, we talked about Bree Bordeaux as being the artist of the 4 designs. And here is the QR code to her Instagram. So you guys make sure and go and check her out. She's been gallivanting across the globe and she's just getting back from Greece. I'm so jealous. Okay. And then the next Christmas design is another one. If you weren't here earlier, I talked about the fact that I tried to make designs that we could use for the holidays, but that were not like super specific for the holidays. And so we have another master board, and this one is angels. And there's just so much that you could do with these angels, right, for Christmas. And the back, there is like visual texture and there's script on the back of this one. And so there's so much that you guys can make. And can you use it to make Christmas? Absolutely. But is it only Christmas? No, it's not only Christmas. You can use it all year round. And so this is the Guardian Angels. And this is probably about as many as I need as are on this page.
Jerry Peter asked, will you be doing more work with Bree?
I don't know, Jerry. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if Bree likes doing work with me. I know. I love her stuff, right? It's so fabulous, huh?
I think the key is going to be how many of you like Bree.
That's true.
Royce likes her a lot.
I really do. Now, this one is the complement to the Guardian Angel. And you guys know this is like a background sheet, although there are a lot of frames on here. And so I just see so many transfers being used on top of this one. Or if you're making a larger project and you're using an angel, you can use a piece of this sheet, right, to kind of go along with your angels somewhere else on the piece. So maybe you're putting the angels on the top, and then this is the paper that you're using on the side. Or this is just a background paper for you guys to use your transfers or your stencils on top of. Oh, it's on the chair. I'm like, I'm missing a paper. And then we have the brick and mortar. I do feel like this is going to be a staple paper. We have bricks and we have the mortar on there. And again, I worked really hard with the scale of these bricks. I've done a couple of brick papers now, so I think this is the perfect scale. You can use it on furniture, right? But it's also a good size for home decor. And then it's even still a good size for you to use inside of like your journals. And you can do something on top of that. And the same with the wood that's on the other side. And so this one is the brick and mortar. And I split it up this way because I feel like it gives you more options, because you can use it to wrap around the toolbox instead of it being square, because you can always buy 2 sheets and stack these on top of each other if you wanted to cover more surface area. And then the last one, I can't really show you because we decoupaged the chair already. But this is the paper decoupaged on the chair that we just did together. I need to trim it. But this is the industrial map decoupage paper. I'll show you a thumbnail of it. I don't know why I didn't bring out an extra sheet because I knew I was going to use that one. And this is the industrial map decoupage paper. This is my favorite one. It is so stinking yummy. And I cannot wait to get this chair trimmed and waxed so I can show you guys, because I can already tell that it's going to be fabulous. But that is all I have.
Lee says the mortar paper would be great with the industrial maps paper.
It would be. It actually really would be, Flea. And it's funny because the bricks, I was almost kicking myself a little bit because I had a choice between, you guys would not believe how many different bricks there are. Like these bricks are a lot more kind of red than they are orange, but they do have some orange in them. So it would go really well with that paper. I just thought that that tonally went better with the wood that I had chosen to go with. So,
And Sharon Valencia loves the owl.
hey, Sharon, I know that owl, I'm telling you, I just feel like that one's going to be the fave of all of them.
Dick's Picks and Flips. I see the owl cut out, put on layered on the last one.
Ooh, that would be nice too. See, Vicky, I know you. You're going to do something. I see you.
All right, I have a question,
Yes.
and it may be my ego. Are the bricks mine?
No,
No, they're yours.
no,
Okay.
they're neither of ours. You guys,
We've taken so many photos of bricks that I have to ask, did I take that photo?
I have been trying to capture the perfect bricks for literally like a few years now. I'm ridiculous, but I love the idea of having it to put on like projects. I really do. Um, so those are the new designs. I hope you guys enjoy them. Be sure and reach out to your retailers. If you are a Roycycled retailer and you're still here, please drop your links in the comments. If you go to roycycled.com right now, I do not have mine listed. I will get them listed. Um, I will get them listed. I honestly have to. Is Melissa here?
I've not seen Melissa.
I gotta talk to Melissa, and so she can and get them done for me. But I think that's it. Unless you had anything else, babe.
Nope.
I am on time. I just want to say that I did a project and showed the papers twice, and I am still on time. It's 6:45. I was focused. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Be sure and join me tomorrow morning. I'll be live at 10 a.m. for Mad Scientist Monday. You guys, on Mad Scientist Monday, I pull 4 random prompts and we're working in the journal, and I never know what I'm going to have to do. In the past Mad Scientist Mondays, we were talking about how to prep your pages, which if you have a journal and you want that like printout and the videos, I can get that to you. But now we're talking about different ways to put down paint that don't include your brush. So last week was finger painting. I took one for the team. I do not like finger painting, but I took one for you guys. We did finger painting last week. So this week we'll be talking about a different way that you guys can lay paint that doesn't include your brush. And then we'll also be playing the game where I'll pull 4 prompts and I'll have to make something. And we'll just see what happens because we never know. If you are working in your journal and you guys are working with me and you would like to join, I made a group specifically for like mixed media and journaling. And I thought I had the QR code here. I feel like,
Can I ask people if you're a retailer, put a link in before the end of this, just for the folks that came in late. So anybody who wants to buy the papers can do so tonight.
I put a QR code in here for the group and it's not here. I know I'm not crazy. Well, I am crazy, but I know I put it in here and now I can't. Oh, there it is. So if you're interested in joining the group, you guys, this one is specifically like really focused on mixed media and journaling. Please join us. Please join us. It's just a place for us to explore and learn together, to share your pages. We already have some members in the group. I've been so excited to see what you guys are already doing and cannot wait to see what else you do. But you guys are welcome to join the group if you'd like. If you're joining me for Mad Scientist Monday and you would like to play the game yourself, Here is the QR code to the mixed media mashup game. And you guys can get that. The game is a printable, and then you can cut them up and put them on your own popsicle sticks so that you can pull your own prompts, or you can just work along with me based on the prompts that I pull. Either way, or you can just come hang out and chit chat. That's allowed too. So tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for that. And I think that's it.
That's it
Do
for
you have
me.
anything? All righty. You guys have a blessed evening. Thank you so much for joining me. And you guys remember to experiment and to play, because where experimentation goes, creativity follows. Thank you guys so much. You have a blessed week. And for those of you who joined me for morning, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye.